we'll get it out one way or the other. I can now get my hand up there. I don't know why I couldn't the other day. Wait, I think I know why. I had just knocked the ever-living dog poo out of that knuckle right there where the black mark is, and it was swollen. So I believe that's probably why I couldn't get it out of there, or couldn't get my finger up in there. Whatever. Ramblings. Contact. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys could be here. Thanks for joining me. Today we have a 2003 Ford. It is the Ranger / Explorer edition. And customer states that he can't, something with the HVAC controls are not working. He can't get the thing to blow hot and cold, I believe is what he said. So we're going to go ahead and start this thing up, and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on here. It's been a while since I've worked on one of these, so this will be an interesting repair. Starting the engine. Oh, wait. 176,854 miles on the odometer. Oh, it has the check engine light on. The door's not shut right. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so... Alright, that works. Okay. So, it switches. Okay, how about we go to cold. Definitely is not... It's still blowing hot. So, let's see. It's still blowing hot. You gotta take my word for it. Let's hook this thing up. I don't know what kind of data we have on the HVAC system on this truck, but let's just find out. So reading VIN, and red. Let's hook this thing up. Let's go into the HVAC module and see what we can see. Well, definitely a very simple system, so let's just see what all we've got. We're now blowing out of the top because this thing is operated off a vacuum. I've got the engine shut down, so let's see what we've got for here. That's remote, anti-theft. Let's go here, see if the PCM will give us any kind of that's not the one I wanted. AC. Okay, we're gonna start this thing. Starting. Let's turn the AC on. Okay, I heard it switch to max AC. The AC compressor cycling switch is on. It's blowing cold air. Okay. Yep, it's blowing cold air. So let's see if it'll blow hot air. Switched over to hot, and I don't believe we're switching. At least the AC is working, because it's actually making cold. Alright, and it's switching. So one of the things, I don't remember if this one has the option. Some of these are vacuum controlled, and with if there's a vacuum leak or any problem in the vacuum system, sometimes that will cause these to divert back to hot or to the defrost. So we need to... now it's not blowing cold air. So maybe we have a slow responding door because the AC is on. Let's just see what else we got here. Yeah, now it's blowing hot air, so it's not working the way it's supposed to. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, now it quit working. Alright, so it's still blowing hot air. Let's see if we bring it down to max. Well, now it's blowing cold air. That's odd. So is it not requesting for the AC? No, I know it is because the AC cycling switch is on. on. So we moved it one, and it's off. And it's on again. But that has to come to max AC before it will switch. I'm gonna go do a little checking, refresh myself on how this system's supposed to work, and see if we can figure something out here, and I'll bring you guys back once I know more of how the system works. Alright, so we're in here in description and operation. So when we have max AC selected, the air inlet door vacuum control motor is at full vacuum, closing off outside air and admitting only recirculated air, which knew that, and then which basically means that you're recirculating inside the truck. There's no outside air coming in. Then the panel defrost door vacuum control motor is at full vacuum. So your and the panel floor door vacuum control motor is at no vacuum, which is basically directing airflow to the instrument panel AC register. So it's all coming out of the dash. There might be a little bit of airflow from the side window demisters. So basically it's still going to clear off the windows on the doors. So the AC compressor, excuse me, skipped one. The heater control valve is at full vacuum, preventing the flow of hot coolant to the heater core. Blended air temperature is not available. The AC compressor will operate if outside temperature is above approximately 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. The blower motor is on. The center console blower motor is enabled if equipped. So when AC is selected, so what we're seeing here, we're seeing max AC, and we're getting cold AC, but when we have just AC, then we're over here. The only difference is that we have no vacuum on the air inlet door vacuum control motor. So it's only going to bring in air from the outside air into the passenger compartment. The same way as max AC, the panel defrost door vacuum control motors at full vacuum. The panel floor door vacuum control motors at no vacuum, allowing airflow to the instrument panel AC registers. A small amount of airflow from the side window demisters will be present. The AC compressor will operate if the outside temperature is above 6 degrees or 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Blower motor's on and the center console motor. So what I'm wondering is we need to go out and see if there's something going on with our controller that is directing vacuum to the wrong place. I'm wondering if we have either our control motor for we may, not totally sure, maybe we have something going on with our blended air temperature motor. So what I'm thinking is that we have, when we go to max AC, we do not have blended air temperature available. When we go to AC, it is available. And so, therefore, I'm wondering if we have something going on either with the heater control valve or our blended air temperature door, which I'm kind of going towards the blended air temperature door. And the reason is when at max AC, we don't have the valve open. That's allowing, so there's no coolant going through the heater core. So I'm wondering if our blended air door is maybe not moving. So I'm going to try to find a breakdown of where that's at, and let's check that, and then also check our heater control valve. Okay, so I've got this thing on max AC. Still not blowing real cold air, but I just turned it to there. I'm pretty sure our door for our blend here is not working. Either it's the door or the valve here. So let's see if we can verify that. I've already popped the hood. let's go ahead and open the hood. And I want to see if anything changes with our diverter valve up here for the heat, because our AC is going down there. Why would you put it down there? It used to be up here. Okay, so let's notice the position that it's in. Then I'm going to go turn the valve and let's see if it moves at all. So I'm actually going to turn the AC completely off. That way we know that it should move. And it has. So now we see that arm has stretched out. So we know that that thing's working the way it's supposed to. Technically, it's moving the way it's supposed to. All right, so now let's see if it does it if we move it back to AC, which actually, you know what? It's not supposed to close at that point. So, yeah. All right, so it is still open. Okay, so what I'm thinking is going on, because our AC is running, I can hear it cycling. Yep, it's cycling. All right, so the AC is cycling. It's cold. Okay, so we know our vacuum is working the way it's supposed to. Our AC is cycling the way it's supposed to. Okay, let me think a little bit here. I think we've got a problem with our blend door in the dash. So I'm going to figure out which one that is and where it's at for sure, and then I'll be right back. All right, so we have got an electronic temperature blend door actuator. I thought it might be operated off a vacuum as well, but it's not. It is off of battery voltage and a dial selector. So potentiometer they call it. So it varies the voltage up and down here to this blend door actuator. So what we need to do, we need to check this thing, make sure for one that it's moving, and it, according to online data, we have this thing's going to be in behind the glove compartment. So we're going to want to check our, first of all, power and ground. So we have battery voltage and we have battery ground here. Then we have a signal return and a voltage for reference. This is going to be our changing voltage to make this thing turn. So first of all, what I want to do, I want to get behind that glove compartment and see if I can find this thing. I want to see if this thing even moves when we try to move it with our potentiometer, which also is our heater selector. We can't monitor that in our scan tool because this thing's too old, and so we're going to need to do this the manual way. So no problem. All right, so we've found the heater box in behind the glove compartment here. Here is going to be our blend door actuator motor. Now, the only way that I could see to see that, there's a knob, and it's right off to the side here. I hope you guys can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but I got a mirror up in there. And if you look, there's that square knob, and when you turn your blend door actuator control here, you should see some movement there. We did not. So now we're going to need to back probe these wires. What I'm going to do is we're going to back probe each wire, check for voltage where we're supposed to have voltage. We want to make sure we have varying voltage coming down from our potentiometer. So let's look here. We have, again, should have battery voltage coming in on the gray and yellow wire, and the black wire should be negative. So I'm going to get this hooked up here, get my meter hooked up. this gray and yellow is going to be this one up here. So the black one is the one to the left and the gray yellow is right beside it. Let's get our meter set up. All right, so we've got this back probed here. Let's see if we get, yep. So we have battery voltage coming in. Now, we're gonna leave our ground in there. I think the ground should be good. Nope, it needs to be, I knew one of these had to be held in. So let's see, make sure we have a good ground here. All right, so that's a good ground there. All right, so now our varying voltage should come from in on, according to this, the yellow and light green, which is going to be the one right below. Nope, it's going to be the bottom one, second one over. It's going to be the yellow and light green. So sorry if you guys are having a little trouble seeing. This is awkward for me. So according to service data, we should see between 0 and 9 volts, so, or 3 to 9 volts. So let's see if we can, okay. There's no change there. Okay, we should be seeing at least a little bit of voltage, and there's nothing, so change that, nothing. Okay, now let's check our red and white. Never mind, red and light green. Okay, so that's gonna be below, right below the ground. Yeah, there's nothing there. So we have no voltage going out to our switch either, according to that. All right, so I have checked. We have no voltage coming out. So if we look, we should have reference voltage. This motor is supposed to be sending reference voltage out to our switch. We should also have a signal return here. So i.e. a ground. So red and white should be ground. Red and light green should be our voltage reference coming back out to our switch. So what we have here, and I don't know if, you know, if the motor is actually bad in this thing, but we don't have any voltage or ground. Well, we might have a ground, but we don't have any voltage coming out here to our potentiometer, i.e. our switch. So we have a bad blend door actuator. Now, what I'd like to do here is I want to see if we can test our switch, which I believe that we should, or our potentiometer, which I believe we should, because technically the ohms should change between the yellow and light green and the red and light green. So if we come here and we see red and light green and yellow light green. Okay, so red and yellow light green. So we have, that's going to be these two right beside each other here coming from our switch. And I want to probe this, if I can get you guys here where you can see. I want to probe this, and I want to put this on ohms reading, which is just like this, ohms. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to test our meter first. And it goes, I know you guys can't see that, but it does go to 0 ohms. So now, red and green, yellow, light green. So this should, in theory, change in ohms reading whenever I move the switch. And it does. Okay, so let's see if I can get you guys set up here. This is a very awkward position to be in right here. Trying to get you guys to what you can see, and I'm trying to hold everything. I need another arm. That's really what I need. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys can see that okay. So we have 239.1 ohms. So that's all the way over on hot. We switch this over to cold, we have 4.1 ohms, 4.81 ohms. So we know that our switch is working up here by doing that. So we have a faulty blend door actuator. That is confirmed. All right, so we have got the okay from the customer to go with a new Motorcraft blend door actuator. I quoted him a price on the Dorman and the Motorcraft. Wisely, he decided to go with the Motorcraft. I've given him my opinion of the Dorman, and oddly enough, he decided to go with the Motorcraft. So, or wisely enough, he did. So, it's going to be several days for that thing to get here, and I will bring you guys back when that gets here. From what I can see, there's a bolt here, which is easy to get to, but then all the way up in the back here, which I cannot reach because of this thing right here. I might be able to get this thing moved out of my way enough to where I can get up in through there. I don't know. It's pretty tight, but one way or the other, I'm determined. I'm going to devise a plan to get that thing out of there. So stay tuned, and I'll be back when I get that piece in. The new part has arrived from Ford. The part number for this thing is that right there. So we have got that. Now that's the easy part, and this is what we've got. This is the easy part. What's going to be the hard part is getting that thing out of there, and I don't know for sure how I'm going to get it out of there. The reason it's going to be rough getting out of there is because these two bolts here are going to be easy to get to. This one right back here is the one I'm not sure how I'm going to get to. So we're going to use a combination here to try to get to that thing and see if I can get it out. Now, I'm probably not going to do it on video because honestly, I'm not sure how it's going to go. So, but I will tell you how I did it when I get the thing out of there, because I will get it out of there. I just don't know how. So we need this one here and this one here, and then all the way in the back, and I can't even get to it. I'm probably going to take, well, we're definitely going to unplug this. So we'll unplug that, get that out of the way. I'm going to take this off. We're going to move this thing kind of out of the way a little bit, and I'm hoping that I can get back there. Actually, I might be able to get back there easier than I thought. My hand is not as fat as it was the other day for some reason. So let's see. I think it's like an 8mm. Maybe, or maybe it's a 7. All right, so let's see if this is the right one. Nope, it's an 8. Okay, let's get the right size and see if we can get that thing out of there. I'm gonna try this one, and if I can't get it with that, I'm gonna try this. We'll get it out one way or the other. I can now get my hand up there. I don't know why I couldn't the other day. Wait, I think I know why. I had just knocked the ever-living dog poo out of that knuckle right there where the black mark is, and it was swollen. So I believe that's probably why I couldn't get it out of there, or couldn't get my finger up in there. Whatever. Ramblings again. All right, so let's get a couple of different sizes here and see if we can get that thing out of there. I'll be back when I get it changed out. Okay, so that one's tight. Now let's plug this thing back in. All right, so let's try it here, see if it works. There is no relearn on this thing. So let's see if I can watch that thing in there. Let's see if it spins. And it turns. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I can see it turn in there. So it is turning. So that should be a confirmed fix. Let's get this thing all put back together. So we'll get this brought up here. Ouch. And I will put all of his personal stuff back in here, and then we'll take it out for a test drive, see what happens. All right, So I've got a mile down the road and I'm blowing hot air out of the vents. Engine's up to temperature. I'm blowing hot air out of the vents. So if we remember, we were not getting a change. So I've got it all the way over on hot. Let's put the AC on and then let's turn it to cold. And we immediately have cold temperatures. So that is a confirmed fix on that. Now, hopefully I explained it well enough as to why the let's make it comfortable in here. Hopefully I explained it well enough as to why the it would work on max AC, and the reason it would is because it closed the heater valve, and would basically, what it would do is turn off all the heat coming in to the cab. On max AC, there's no heat coming into the cab. Therefore, it's still blowing through the heater core, however, it's not drawing heat off of there. And now you can get cold air off of that. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll try to make a video explaining that, or I'll do a better job the next time. So yeah, that's a confirmed fix. It moves, it works. We've got cold air now. Now we've got hot air. I mean, it's almost immediate. Hot air. A lot of hot air in the cab. And then we've got cold air, and that's turning to cold. So yep, it works. Everything works as designed. So confirmed fix. I will see you guys on the next one, or talk to you guys on the next one. You guys will listen to me on the next one, I guess. Whatever, I'll meet you guys again, hopefully. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Again, it doesn't cost you guys anything, and it helps me out a bunch. It lets that YouTube algorithm know that you want to see more of these, you want to see more of me, or my repairs. So yeah, I try to document what's interesting, and there's a lot of things that go through the shop here that I don't record, but I do try to document what I think might be interesting. So hopefully you find this interesting, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this video. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Have a great day.